As a PD, you know, you are like you have the whole package of it, like, you know. But as a man, like, if I'm gonna work with you, like, I'd be so jealous. Like, I want to have the same arm, the same shoulder, the same traps. Like,
then lift them weights. Lift them weights. That's what I. If you feel like the job you are is not paying you enough, if you feel your circumstance right now isn't enough, you just gotta make. You gotta make changes, and the changes you might need to jump. It might be a scary change, but you've got to make that jump.
If I can we train for free? Can you give it like I said?
Hold me discount for you, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please one only. Go on, introduce yourself.
What's happening? It's Ben, Big Benny, whatever you want to call me, man. From Blanche, bodybuilder, hardworking man, boxer, PT, whatever it is, man. And I'm just happy to be here for the podcast and have a chat and see what's popping, see what's happening, yeah?
Thanks for coming in, Ben.
No worries. Thanks
much
for having
appreciated,
me,
brother. Thanks you.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Appreciate it. You're a big man, like he just said, like Big Ben is in the house. What's going on in your life, Ben? What's happening?
What's happening? What's happening is training. What's happening is working. And what's happening is just learning what life is, yeah?
Tell us about your background a little bit.
Background. Well, I was born in the Congo, yeah? In the Congo. And left the Congo during the war, civil war. I think I came here about 7 years of age, got to Ireland, and just been taking on the world since then, isn't it?
Very nice.
Yeah, that would be the background, yeah.
And how did you start your personal training? How did you get in a bodybuilding?
How I got into it.
Look at the size of your body, you know, like.
You think so?
The size of it, like, if you compare me to yourself, like, that's like a 3 times you see me and you're different.
The thing is, I think we're the same size looking at you.
No,
I don't see it myself.
You have a bigger arm more than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think.
Yeah, you have a bigger arm, mate. You have a bigger body. Like.
It can get big.
You should win like one of your 10 top, yeah?
Maybe next time, yeah?
Hopefully, 100%.
Maybe on the next one. Yeah, but back to your question, how I got into the personal training. I used to always, I was into boxing early on, and then I didn't continue on with the boxing, so just started training. And one of my good friends, late friends now, passed away, John, rest in peace. He'd always tell me, yo, bro, whenever I walk in the gym, looking at you, I see like somebody who can do something with the fitness. He's like, yo, you're doing what you're doing at the moment. Don't waste your future. Don't waste your freedom. Just being out here on the streets doing whatever. Maybe put your head down and do something in the industry. So I didn't think of nothing. I didn't really think about it much. Didn't really care much. I just, okay, thank you for saying those words. But funny enough, those were the last words he spoke to me, right? So let's say we're in the gym today, Monday. We're training, and I go to him, listen. He says those words to me, and then he says, cool, I'll see you on Wednesday, because it's going off now. Cool, I'll see you Wednesday. Tuesday night, get a message on Facebook. Yo, you heard what happened? I go, what? Well, what you mean? John's just passed away.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Sorry to hear that.
No, yeah. So.
How long is that?
Huh?
How long is that?
Would have been literally, what am I now? Let's say about 10.
We are in 2023, man.
About 10 years ago, maybe, yeah?
10 years.
So literally, the next day he passed away. So when I heard he passed away, did the whole thing, I just felt, not even for me, just for him, I wanted to honor what he said to me, his last words, you know what I mean? The last words he spoke to me were, you could do something to fitness. So I took those words on. I was like, yo, I respect for my man, I'm going to give it a shot anyway. And
like that was John Ward, the last word he said to you, and then you started it.
Last words he spoke to me, and then he passed away.
And how long are you training?
Been training now, literally been training about 11 years.
Okay, if you wanna, how you see your clients, you know, what's your client can look at you as like as a personal trainer? How do you work with that all your clients? We have different clients you have.
When I first started PTing, I was just saying, basically, you start fresh, you start new. I take whatever clients I could get, but what I started to appreciate about the industry was things are a bit different now, but what I appreciated was doing it for a reason. That's what made me want to be a good quality personal trainer. I want to be of value, you know what I'm saying, of value to my clients. So when a mother would say, listen, she's got 3 kids, she comes to the gym, but she doesn't know what to do because she still wants to look nice for her husband. You get what I mean? She wants to be able to be strong enough to move things around the home. And that gave me a reason to say, you know what, I feel for this mother. I want to make sure that she gets what she's looking for. Things like that would motivate me. When a man would come in and say maybe man or woman say they came off a divorce or whatever, and they're a bit down on themselves, they need something to pick them up. They're really down on the slumps. They're drinking. They don't know how to, go into the fitness. They feel embarrassed to come into the gym because they're not in shape. Everybody's got 6 packs or whatever, and they're not at that level. That gave me a reason to say, you know what, I can work with you. So those were the real reasons I was really PT, and that pushed me, made me want to be a PT. You know what I mean?
Right. And how do you work with all the beautiful girls around you? As a PD, I think it's a very hard, how do you do that? Like, how do you try to focus on your job, your business, and the other side is all the beautiful girl around you?
I'm not that much of a good, you know what I mean? So
okay,
it's a mad thing, isn't it?
Right.
Nah, but I stay professional. I remember I try to anyway. What the important thing is results and goals.
What's your advice for the people overweight and they complaining a lot and they don't?
What kind of complaints?
The complaints are, we're overweight, we cannot do this, we cannot do that. Like, we're too lazy. They're going to the gym for a week or 2 weeks or a month and they don't see the result and they're gonna give up. What's your advice for them?
Well, there's 2 things there. Listen, there's a difference there if somebody's got questions and somebody's got complaints. For me, if somebody's overweight and they got questions and they want to get better, I can advise and I can help. If somebody's got complaints, that's already a mindset
What's your
thing.
advice for people complaining? They say, "Oh, we don't have time for the gym. They overweight. They don't look good."
Well, if you don't have time, it's your lifestyle. You need to make time. I never always looked like this. You know what I mean? I had a certain lifestyle that I was living, and I had to make the changes into my lifestyle that would allow me to look the way I wanted to look. You know what I'm saying? As harsh as the words are, if you want something, you gotta make the changes to go after it. There's no 2 ways about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, me as a fitness professional, I can help you and educate you what you need to do with your lifestyle, what changes you can make that might be best. Maybe it's look at your nutrition.
Do you want to shout out your social media platform that they can watch it, that they can follow
you can catch me on Ben Makengo _coaching on Instagram. Yeah, that's my Instagram there. So I can advise you. It could be nutrition. It could just be your not active enough with your lifestyle. It could just be simple as things as eating chocolates at night. Sugars are building up. You know what I mean? Small little things, but you've got to make a change. You got to make changes.
If you compare a woman and a man's. To work with them, train with them, to teach them, which was much easier? Which one is more difficult?
Which more is more difficult and easier? From my experience,
I know you're fully booked for the next few months as all the client you have, but which one do you say, like, which one is easy for you? You can handle. You want to go say, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, man's or a woman's?
I think it'll come down to the person. I think the lifestyle of a person. Like with women, with the ladies, I've found is they do it for more less superficial reasons, if that makes sense. The women I've trained have been mothers, for example.
Right.
They've been mothers, really. Those are the women I've trained, and they want to do it because they want to feel better. They're tired of going home slumped and not having energy for the kids, stuff like that. So they come in for those reasons. So maybe they're anchored to more solid reasons. Lads, I'm not knocking it. Lads I train to come in, well, they see me, right? And they go, I want to get arms like that. I want to be swole. I want to be strong like that. So, and I love it too. So they want to train and look muscular. Yeah.
I think as a PD, you know, you are like you have the whole package of it. Like, you know, as a man, like if I'm gonna work with you, like I'll be so jealous. Like I want to have the same arm, the same shoulder, the same traps. Like
then lift them weights. Lift them weights. That's what I say.
What's other way? Like it's not like only like lifting weight. What's other option to see the result? There is people at the gym like for many years.
Yeah, I see that too.
They look the same same style. Like, what's your advice? What you gotta tell them?
You've got to do something that's always shocking you. You've got to challenge yourself, push yourself. You know, I see a lot. This is how I look at it. There's a lot of lads in the gym that don't sweat.
At all?
Don't even sweat at all, mate. You finish a session and you haven't sweated. That tells me already. That already tells me the intensity wasn't up there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like there's a mentality you need to take to go to the gym. If you want to grow, if you want to make changes, if you want to make results, you can't go in saying, I always tell myself this, I'm not going to the gym to perform exercises. I'm going in to train, to work out. I'm not going out to perform. You know what I mean? You got 4 sets of, let's say you got 4 sets of bench, right? You're not going in to perform 4 sets. Performing is doing them. Now I'm going in for war, basically. I'm
Just war with yourself. Say, I'm going to knock it out.
Yeah. And that's the mentality you need to grow. Because you got to shock your muscles. You got to surprise your muscles. You got to go hard. You got to have that mentality, man.
But sometimes they say, like, they train so hard, but they don't see a result. Like, do you think, like, they don't eat much protein or the carb? Do you advise, like, if they do safety, so obviously not in Ireland, they can take other stuff like a juice or testosterone? What's your advice for that for the people?
Well, what was that? NBFI champion, national bodybuilding. So the drug-free. I'm a drug-free bodybuilding champion, yeah, of Ireland. And I trained for 8 years. Right. 8 solid years.
Never miss.
I didn't make 5 days a week, eating, get my protein in, training hard, get my strength up to build my physique, yeah? So that's what it took for me to be champion, all right? So before anybody looks into taking steroids or anything else, you can do a whole lot if you have the commitment, you know what I mean, with your natural self, you know what I'm saying?
What's other if they wants to go on that road, on that direction, taking juice, what's your advice for them? Like how they can use it in a safety way, in a safe side, you know, because there's so many people hurt them arms, shoulder, you know, because they put it in the wrong spot. And then what's your advice for them? Like how they can use it? Like they say like we can use it in Google or you know, like look her up.
I say simple. Contact your doctor and ask for advice. Keep it at that. All right? That's it. Contact your doctor and ask for advice.
How do you balance your life between your work, gym, and your personal life? How do you can handle all this and you still have a time for your training?
Because I've got to I split my days down. Like, I got to think about it systematically. I got to say, time is going to pass anyway, right? So in a month's time, okay, I finish work, I'm wrecked. I could either go home just for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, just feel down and slumped, or I can spend that 50 minutes in the gym. It might not be the best, but it's something. And after, compound interest, after about a month of compounding that, I get something. Or I could do nothing. After a month of compounding that, I feel even worse. Right. So I force myself to just go in and do something. Right. Yeah, I force myself.
Even like 30 or 40 minutes, you just want to go on.
You have to do something. You have to, and this is coming from a person who I used to be full-time in the gym where I could train 2 or 3 hours and train clients, but my lifestyle has changed now where I'm working. I'm on the road and that, but then after I've got to go in the gym, so I don't have as much time. So now I'm getting to see things from a different point of view. Right. So now I see from the working man's point of view, like, listen, I'm finished work, but I could go home, but I do have that 45 minutes that I could do something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it plays with me because I used to have 2 hours and now I don't. You get me? So now it's like, okay, I don't have that time I used to have. You know what? But even if I don't have that time, I'm going to do something anyway.
Are you preparing your own food? Who's preparing your food?
I make my own food, yeah.
For a whole week?
I prep for 2 days.
2 days, every 2 days for each one.
Yeah.
Often. Let's talk about your diet.
It's not great. I'm one of them, right? I'm one of them. My diet's not top notch. I make sure I eat enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Eating up like what? Protein, chicken, beef, like what? Pasta.
Be rice with chicken. Be pasta with bacon and eggs. I eat heavy.
Are you gonna tell the boys what they eat to get a little bit bigger?
If you want to get big, lads, I'll let you know what the story is. You gotta eat. You gotta train hard. It's simple. Train hard plus eat heavy equals size.
You know, the last time we have a show with Robbie, as you know, our friend.
Oh, big Rob,
yeah. And the boys say we're gonna train on Saturday. I think the Saturday never show up.
They never showed up.
The Saturday never show up. They still did the same thing. They were so tempted,
boys.
Oh, we're gonna do it on this Saturday. The Saturday never show up.
You're gonna train with me then. You're not gonna come in. We're gonna shoot. Yeah. We'll shoot one with me, lads. We'll shoot a session with me, lads. Yeah. We get it going. Tough session.
But when you go out, how do you handle all the ladies around you? Like,
man,
because I was like, we go out with you, like, okay. At least you need to answer this question.
Yeah, boy. What was your question? How I handle what?
All the ladies coming around you, touching you, trying to picture with you.
I didn't see them touch me. Listen. End of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? That's all I can say.
I think you just see the one that has that question.
It is what it is, man. To be honest with you, I be too tired most of the time, bro. That's the truth. Tired from work, time for training. So when I get the time I have for me, the time I have off, free time, there's a lot of things I want to do, just like relax.
And how do you handle all the clients around you? The clients. Why are your most of clients a model? Answer this question.
He got me done, didn't he?
Okay, at least answer this question.
Why?
Okay, at least he can't pass this.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, right? They come in, they see the arms, and they say, "I want to train with him."
Yeah.
And I say,
why is only model like all the top Instagram model or TikTok they just train with you like, why you?
The money. Maybe it's the money.
Oh, because you're expensive.
Yeah.
If I can we train for free, can you give it like I said?
Hold me discount for me, yeah.
What gym are you training? Like what kind of how they can catch up with you? Like because I know you're in a few gyms. Like you can mention if you want. It's up to you. Like,
I go to a few gyms. I've got to have a few gyms available for me, depending on where I am. You know what I mean, in the country. So, but the main one be fire gyms.
Oh, fire gym.
Yeah, that's the spot. That's the spot.
That's the greatest spot.
Yeah.
I love I love the music there. The crowd there.
Yeah, it's proper.
The ladies there.
Ladies, eh? All right. All right.
Let's talk about it because December coming up soon. People start training or they're gonna go broke the diet, and then they say like they want to go back in the diet. I think what's your advice for them like before they broke all this diet?
Actually, enjoy Christmas. You know what I mean? Enjoy your Christmas. Get your food in, and then start the new year. Like really, tackle it week by week. You know what I'm saying? Week 1, you're gonna do this. Week 2, you're gonna do this. And rather than go on a crash change of your nutrition, just cleaning up your food first. And after you clean up your food, then start looking at how much food you want to be consuming. And then when you play that with your actual training program, an actual correct training program, you make changes.
Well, see, right now, as you know, everything's so expensive. Price of membership, personal training, as you are in, and the supplement. Everything go expensive. How they can afford all that in the meantime, and try to have right food, right supplement. a personal trainer, what's your advice for them? Like, how people can survive with all this crazy madness expensive?
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. Like the first thing is health, isn't it? Looking after your health. So before even thinking about maybe getting a PT for training you, your nutrition comes first. Get advice. Maybe contact someone like me. Contact a coach to give you advice, perhaps. You know what I mean? Even just like a sit down and get some advice on your nutrition. Get advice on training. Get that first. And if you come to a stage where you feel you need one-to-one coaching or one-to-one training, then go down that line, you know what I mean? But just get information first. Get your information.
Get the right information right, because, people like right now, like this complaining, yesterday I was a friend of mine on the supplement shop, like I'll go sometimes there.
Yeah.
Like people say, oh, this is too expensive, we cannot afford it or something,
Yeah.
But when I look at them, they right, because the price of everything went to the roof, and people don't have that, they get the rent's too expensive, and then they have to pay all the other expense they have. There's nothing left for them to buy other supplement stuff for it. What they advise for them?
You not to put any problems on the supplement shop. Supplement shops are good for if you're in the gym already, you're training and you're in that system. Like for me, supplements I use them, yeah. But if you're like we're talking about people starting off in January or whatever, you don't need supplements to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Start off with your nutrition.
What's your 3 tips?
3 tips for
to losing weight.
To lose weight. 3 tips for losing weight. Be healthy. Number 1, be healthy. And that encompasses a lot of things, yeah? Being healthy would mean make sure you sleep correctly. Make sure your hormones are in check. Make sure your lifestyle is good. That'd be the first thing, okay? Because the first thing is the body needs to be healthy for it to want to do what you want it to do. If the body is stressing to do something else first, it's never going to do what you want it to do. So first thing is be healthy, right? Healthy lifestyle. Second from that then is start taking account on what you're consuming, all right? What you're consuming as far as carbohydrates, what you're consuming as far as fats, all your macros. And then the third thing then is once you've got a healthy enough lifestyle, you've taken account of what you're consuming, third one is now make a plan of how to move forward. Those would be my tips.
That's very good. That's really good. Thank you. And what's people wanting doesn't know about you? Your friend doesn't know about you.
Who, my friends?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be looking at it like whatever they don't know, they don't need to know. You know what I mean?
At least there's something they know. I don't know about you. You can tell me which.
Something about me that people don't know. Yeah. I think I'm pretty much an open book, bro. You know what I mean?
I think you're very honest, man.
I'm honest.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You're straight. You don't go left and right. If you don't like it, you say, "Hey, look, I don't like this." All right. I try
to be as.
I think this is why, in a PT or in personal training, and the people around you, they like about you, and
I respect.
And they say good stuff about you, and then because, as you know, like everybody right now, anybody is a PT, right?
Yeah, big time, yeah.
Every fucking person.
I've got a mate, right? I got a friend of mine, he be going mad at me. He be going crazy whenever he sees
Why like everyone follow like to become a PD? Like what? And then if he looked at them, like they don't look like you. Like you are like a PD, man. You're a personal trainer. You have the style, you have the look, the way you act.
Yeah.
You have the whole package. Other people don't have it.
I think it became it's a trend, bruv. You know what I mean? It became a trend. That's also what kind of pushed me out of the industry. Like it became for being. I felt like the industry. I was a health professional, yeah. So I'm a health professional to help people achieve goals. But then it became an Instagram trend to be a PT. You get me? And that's where it's at the moment. I think listen, if you're skinny and you manage to have the hustle to train people, and they want to train with you, fair enough. They want to pay you money, fair enough. for me, the time I came up was just a different time. You know what I mean? I guess it was fitness or PTing was kind of in its infancy, just starting to grow up. And that's why I started competing, because I wanted to make sure I walked what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I want to compete and see how the body actually reacts when you remove carbs. See what the body does when you lose fats. See how the body does when I actually do cardio. That way, I did the theoretical part already with the diploma, whatever I got. But then I wanted to see what it was like. You know what I mean? By walking what I did. So I got my competition on the wraps, got that experience in, and I felt that was what helped me become the PT I was, yeah.
And how many times would you cardio in a week, like?
At the moment, I'm not doing any cardio, bro. Just keep bulking till for the next 3 months.
And you want to be bigger than that, like?
Yeah, man. Because I gotta be, you don't know how big the lads your weight until you get on stage. You know what I mean?
Tell us what weight you're now, or just.
At the moment, I'm up there. I'm heavier than I've been.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up there, and I'm gonna get a bit more heavier, and then cut down. Yeah.
Very nice. Are we ready for the next championship? Where are we going?
I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm ready for right now. I'm ready for whatever.
My man. You prepared coming up in the show, like you're well ready.
Straight up, bro. Yeah. Straight up, straight to it.
Tell us about the madness going on in 2023. We leave all this around. Let's talk about something.
You lead the way. What madness you feel?
Tell us, like you saw the madness around like in 2023 coming up, like in from the boys and the girls, the people using drugs, and they drop the school, drop the college. You know, what would you think? What would you think was the future of it?
Future don't look good, bro. That's how I be looking at it. It's like it's a different day, man. It's a different day. It's a different time, innit? I think there's less and less guidance. I think like what's happening is like our parents were different type of humans, and now we are the parents, and then soon them kids now they'll be the parents. So it's kind of like as generations are going forward, we're losing morality as we go along, and it's showing. That's what I think is happening.
I think people lost. They don't know what to do because all this crazy madness going on in the planet right now.
It's a mad
and
one,
then especially what the technology come up right now, they just make everybody so addicted to the technology they don't focus on themselves.
That's what I be doing. I'll be taking social media breaks. You gotta get off that. Like I'll take 3 weeks off and just put the head down. You know what I need to do. I might get on it for a week and then get rid of it again. But it's a mad world, bro. Like. And even like I'm not perfect. You know, we all have times when we can get lost a bit. Like I've had my times. Maybe you had yours. You had our moments. You get lost a bit. What might help me, maybe a solution to help other people, man. You gotta find you something solid to ground yourself on. You know what I mean? Me, whatever. I've got my faith to ground myself on. You know
one thing I see, like people literally 24/7 on the social media. You know, like they come to the gym, they on social media. This is not like back in the day, like people going to the gym was no phone. They train so hard.
Different mentality.
They build it, like the mentality was so different.
Yeah.
They only coming in taking a picture, like.
And back to your question, that's another reason why they're not growing, mate. They're not making them changes because our mentality, again, it's a different mentality. To grow like they used to grow and look like they used to look, they didn't have them phones. They came in with a mindset that was totally different. We come in with a mindset that's, let me get a video while I'm doing this.
It's I've been to the gym like a couple of weeks ago. As you know, like I don't train. I don't have time. Like I can't blame why I'm not training because like my time, like I've no really have time to be honest. Like still like it's like evening time we still film it, I have really no time. But when I'm going to the gym and when I look her up, like there's like a 5, 6, 7 guys sticking together, talking about their phone. Then none of them training, and he's sticking on one machine, like, and he cannot use that machine. You saw this.
That's when you got to tell him to move on.
Like he's also, mate, I have 2 more sets left. One more set. It's like fucking 7 of them are standing there.
You don't have 2 more sets left. Now you're gonna move on. That's what you got to tell them, bro.
It's really like annoying me. Like when you go to the gym, like when you look her up, like that, the people has absolutely no fucking idea at all. Like they lost. Like I feel bad for them. That they on the phone taking a picture and they leave the gym. They train for 2. When you ask him how long are you training, 2 years, and he says the same fucking things, like.
Yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, that's a bug out, man. Yeah, I wouldn't like to look the same way if I've been training for 2 years.
But if I train for 3 weeks, I'll guarantee you, like I would be a different man. Like my body's always ready.
I remember. Yeah, that's true.
I'll tell you what happened. Like a couple of weeks ago, like we went to jiu-jitsu training.
Oh, that's rough.
Okay, we went to jiu-jitsu training, and then it was so busy. Like it was like 35 hours,
All right.
And then the coach gave like 3 minutes break. We can have some water. On that 3 minutes, everyone on the phone.
Oh yeah.
They don't have they don't want to miss anything on that phone. Just they want to get in the phone to see what's happening, who's texting, who's not texting. And I got so pissed off. Like you can have a water, you can just talk with your colleague. Because your team, you're training to be prepared because we are wrestling. It's not messing around And then this is so right now, the way. The technology they created, and they make everybody so busy on the social media. Everyone follow behind this, they're not going to affect right now. In 10 years' time, they affect a lot.
Big time.
If you look it up, China, they have 200 engineers, scientists per year finish the college. If you look it up in Europe, they don't have even 1% of it. In China, nobody allowed to use TikTok or any social media. In Europe, they give us everything. You're 7 years old, you can see a kid he's on his phone.
Yeah, everybody, for them, it's like life is happening on this, but they forget life is happening here. Life is happening right here.
Let's talk about business. What's your advice, as a PD? Not people get in a business way. What's other way people can change in life? When I look at people right now, they make €3,000 in a month. That's nothing. They only can pay the rent or mortgage. They have nothing. I think they're supposed to be make at least a 10K in a month. How they can make 10K in a month?
You're asking me how to make 10K in a month? How to make 10K in a month? No, I think, for me, I think it's a bit, of course, the rent at the moment with the country is, everything is high. Prices are high and everything.
Everywhere?
Everywhere, man, everywhere. Who was it? One of my mates always told me, he always told me, listen, if you don't like where you are at the moment, do something to get to where you want to be, right? So if you feel like the job you are is not paying you enough, if you feel your circumstance right now isn't enough, you just gotta make changes. And the changes, you might need to jump. It might be a scary change, but you've got to make that jump. You know what I mean? You got to make that jump. With
the right time, come on, you should jump. Take the bullet. If it's your shot, take your shot.
That's it.
Do not miss the shot.
That's it. And at the end of the day, you've got to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You got to pay your bills. The people who are out there who got opinions, they don't pay your bills. You've got to make the shot. You know what I mean? I
think what's different between a rich mindset and a poor mindset, a poor mindset, they get the wages weekly or monthly, and they spend all of it. Whatever left, they want to invest in the market. But the rich mindset, they invest everything whatever lift they spend is opposite way. If you see, you know,
got to put it away.
You know, like, and then when I'm talking to my friend, he say like, oh, like, can you do something? Say, oh, like, you should do something for yourself. Like, you know, you can pick up your phone, you can film yourself, you can.
One other thing to that, sorry to cut you off there. One other thing to that is that social media, man. People are doing too much comparing themselves. Like back to our point, back in our generation or our parents' generations, like our parents took their time to get to what they needed to get to. It wasn't a rush kind of thing. It wasn't, okay, by 21 I gotta have this car, or by this age I gotta be this because this person's doing that. Then you don't have that influence. Nowadays, from the age of 16, kids are on the phones and they're seeing this celebrity, or they're seeing this football, or they're seeing this, and now they're saying, I gotta do this, I gotta be there. So then what I feel ends up happening is, rather than them actually putting their head down and getting things done, there's so much coming in, so much information, that they don't actually focus on their goals, mate.
You know, like back in the day, like you talking about our generation, I think the old days much better, because we need to work. We look at our parents, you know, what they do. We don't just want to make it better. You know, I'm talking about my own parents. My dad's job to keep me alive. Okay, that was my dad's job, just keep me alive. Was my mom's job, she was the things she don't have, she want to make sure I have. I should have like a better house, I should have a better car, a better business, you know, to have a family. Yeah. That was my mom. My mom, she just pushing all this to be more successful, you know, and to mindset. But in this generation, like I don't know what people go on, you know, because
they want to be rich and famous. That's what I'd be saying anyway. For them, that's success nowadays. But
I think we are rich enough, no? Are you been?
Nowadays, I think they want to be rich and famous. That's what they be saying.
You know, one thing, like when I look at people has no goal. People has absolutely they has no goal what to do. You know how they start. You know how they start a business or
and you know what that is?
Why?
They have no goal because they can't think for themselves. Social media is teaching them it's teaching them to not think for themselves.
Exactly.
So they go left, right, this, that. Like when you don't have so many influences, you're at a place where, okay, I've got to make a decision on where I want to go. And I like this. So you're thinking for yourself and you're making a plan for yourself. But when you got all these influences, left, right, this, that, at the end of the day, you're not thinking for yourself. You're just going left and right, going in circles. You know what I mean?
They're lost.
And they're lost.
They only thinking to right now in this generation, taking a picture from themselves and put it on social media. Instead of they do that,
man.
They can make money, or they all follow to become a drug dealer.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, it's wrong, man. Messed up.
You know, they messed up their life. You know, that's what they think. You know, they don't think, oh, like Ben drive a very fancy car or something. They say like that. You know, like Ben works so hard, like 18 hours or 20 hours, 18, 16 hours a day to be that level of the life.
Work hard, mate.
But the second saw he's been, they say he's doing something or so.
No.
And this is a mistake of the people. I say like, you have to see what's Ben doing, like 16 or 18 hours per day. He put all his hour work
years.
And build that body, build that business to become like a world champion in bodybuilding. And they don't see any of that.
No.
They only see that a few seconds, what car or what clothes you wearing.
And even on that point, and I'll try maybe encourage us PTs or dudes in the fitness, let's try and show that to people as well, because it's one thing for people don't see that, but it's another thing as well. Some of us don't show that, you know what I mean? Some of us PTs, some of us people in the fitness, we just show the glamour style. How many PTs you see, we just show the greatest picture with a fancy car, great clothes, the most expensive clothing, and a great picture, versus the ones you see, okay, we'll show you the actual, okay,
and they're poor.
It took me this, it took this to do this.
It took time to be that high level.
Yeah.
And when I look at these people, like they want to look rich, and I feel so bad. Like, you know, they work so hard in a week, and they're gonna go buy most expensive top or a t-shirt or shoes. They only want to look rich, but in the reality they poor.
I just always wanted to look swole. You know what I mean? I just always wanted to look swole.
And you look, because you're way clever. Like when you're rich, you don't want to show people you're rich.
Yeah.
This is how being a style.
Yeah, when you're a tough guy, you don't need to show you're a tough guy.
Exactly.
That same kind of terminology.
And the other people, like, they are absolutely nothing, and they want to show they are something.
Yeah, it's a bit insecure, isn't it? That's that insecurity. Yeah, listen, you pray for them. You hope they get better. You hope they learn, and you leave them to it, man.
Like I'm from Afghanistan.
Serious, yeah.
Yeah. If you bring a boy, a man, 10 years old man from Afghanistan, he's much mature, over 20 years old in Western country.
Yeah, that tells you something, doesn't it?
Like if you see the difference between Middle East, like I'm not saying only Afghanistan or Iran or in Dubai, like Middle East young man, is much mature more than with the Western country. What was that?
It tells you the morals and tells you how things are broken down over here.
Because they're going the right direction. They follow the father step, the family step. They look up how the business run. They don't have that lifestyle we have in Western country. And this is like make me so worried, because I have 2 children. I want to see like what's going to be happening for them in the next 10 years.
Yeah, I've been thinking about stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you have any plan for kids?
Nah, no.
Do you have any
kids?
children?
No kids. No.
Do you have any misses?
Nah. I'll need somebody the same mindset as me before I can commit to anything like that. You get me?
Right.
Yeah.
Or you just you take your time. You just focus on your goal.
Yeah. I don't need more. Yeah, I don't need to give my focus to other things that need it to be. You know what I mean? On that kind of thing, I need me somebody's a partner, somebody's the right head, as I am. You know what I mean? And then we can move forward. Then for me, I look at it like it's an investment. Do I want to take that investment? You don't take an investment or just anything, do you? You've got to make sure this is the right person to make an investment with. Because I'm going to invest my time. I'm going to invest my future with a person. So,
I have a nephew. I have like a few nephew. One of my nephew, his name is Harris.
Harris, yeah.
Yeah, he's a personal trainer as well. But he has a very strong goal mindset. Like when I talk to him, I say like, when are you going to get married, or when are you going to get a girlfriend? When are you going to set up the family? He said, no, I want to have like a freedom. He just like he's going to buy a house, building a house. He's focused on his goal. Like one thing, like when I look at him and I say, wow, he has a different mindset. He has a better future. Like when I look at and someone like my nephew, he's like a 25, and when I look other man, he's like fucking 30. He has no clue what's happening when compared to this. It's nothing because he's my nephew. Because I'm looking at the mindset he has, the mentality he has, and then that's make me more proud of like this kind of like my nephew or other like friend of mine. They going through like yourself. He has a very strong mindset and goal setting. You want to continue to reach your goal, and then start the family. Yeah. Like people I know, they start family with nothing. And they're facing a trouble.
Fair play to people who do that. Fair play to them because it's even a tougher struggle. You know what I mean?
It's a very tough time for that. It's not easy. It's very expensive.
Yeah, that's what I be thinking. Yeah, fair play to those kind of people, man. But for me, I gotta do my thing first, and I'll let Shorty rock with me when I'm ready.
Anything you want to say is the mic is all yours. The camera. The camera's all yours. You can say what you.
I think I'll just. What will I say? Listen, anybody out there who's just trying to, make things happen, and you're trying to keep moving forward in life, just don't give up. Keep moving forward. You fall down, get back up. You might not give it up. You might not get back up straight away, but make sure you get back up and you keep moving forward. Because one thing I tell everyone is, if you wake up this morning, that means God wanted you to wake up, and He wanted you to succeed again today. He still sees something in you for you to keep winning. So you keep moving forward, and keep living, and you reach your goals at the end, bro. Yeah, that's all I say to people.
That's a great to say that, I hope everybody can hear you, can follow you, and then that's the best things. As long as I say to myself every morning, as long as if the God wake me up, I'm a very capable person. I can do whatever I want to do.
True, big time.
You know,
big
if the God wake me up every morning, I will face any problem.
Let's go.
Like I'm unstoppable.
That's it. That's
Ben,
it, bro.
been an honor.
Listen,
Good
thanks
to
for
see you,
having me.
brother.
Love to be
Appreciate it.
here.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, bro.